Hello, my lovelies. Oh, I'm so excited for you today. I'm sorry I'm not with you and I miss you, but I'm so excited. Today we're going to meet one of my favorite artists. Wait till you meet him. It's Pablo Picasso. He started out as a kid. He was a young kid and he says, I'm an artist. And we're going to see some art of his from when he was 9 and a teenager and a little bit later. And he was a realistic artist. Who remembers what that means? That's right. Realistic means it looks real. It kind of almost looks like a photograph sometimes, like it's the actual thing. The details are real. But then he changed as he grew up, and his art developed into something called abstract. And in there somewhere is some cubism. And today we're going to do some cubism. What in the world? Wait till you see it. It's like he took a picture that he painted that was fabulous and he cut it all up and made a puzzle out of it. But when he put it back together, he added extra pieces and rearranged them in a different way. So sometimes when you see the face, he shows you the front of the nose, and then he adds another nose to see the side, and another nose to see the other side, so you can see all the angles at one time. It's fabulous! All right, so hold on and get ready. Let's listen to some information about Pablo. Breathing in and out. One more time. Pretty exciting. He's pretty amazing. Hold on.
Pablo Picasso. Pablo Picasso was a Spanish artist who was born in. He is one of the most famous and recognized artists in the world today. He started a love for art when he was just a young boy. His father was also an artist and art teacher and saw so much talent in his son when he was very little. Pablo Picasso is very talented in realistic drawings and paintings, meaning that the things he created were so good they looked real. Eventually, Pablo Picasso went to school to study art in Spain, and he would visit museums and see the work of famous Spanish artists like Diego Velázquez and El Greco. He would copy their artworks to learn their techniques. Many artists learn different ways to create art by copying other people. Pablo Picasso painted an artwork called The Portrait of Aunt Pepa when he was only 14 years old, and another called Science and Charity when he was only 15 years old. But Pablo Picasso wanted to create a new style of art and not just paint like the people before him. When he was 20 years old, he moved to Paris, France, and lived in a tiny apartment, creating art and learning new styles with other artists who he became friends with. When he was about 21 years old, he started making a lot of artworks that were blue. This is said that he was sad because one of his friends had died. It became known as Pablo Picasso's Blue Period. He painted a painting known as The Old Guitarist during that time. And later, when he was happier, he started using the colors pink and orange in his paintings, and this was known as the Rose Period. A few years later, Pablo Picasso became inspired by African art, and his artwork started looking less realistic and more primitive. But Picasso is probably most recognized by art he started to develop called Cubism. He didn't think that art needed to look exactly like what he was drawing or painting. He started to create different shapes and angles. A table would no longer look like a table. It looked like it was chopped up and put back together and viewed from different angles all at once. The human body in Picasso's paintings started to take new forms. He would even create people's faces like that too, using bright, unnatural colors like blue skin or green hair and parts of the face that didn't look real. From when he was young to when he was an old man, Picasso's style of artwork changed entirely. He wasn't just a painter, but also created sculptures, drawings, ceramics, and even rugs. He loved to create art so much, it is estimated he created over 50,000 different paintings, drawings, sculptures, ceramics, and objects. Some people think that Pablo Picasso's later artworks are easy to create because they were simple, almost childlike. But he was one of the first artists of his time to make art look the way it did. He created new styles from old masters. Pablo Picasso had to learn the rules of art in order to break them. Comic Kids.
Wow, that was pretty cool. Oh, I just think his stuff is wild. You know, I think I've heard the name Picasso in a movie. Toy Story. There was a time when Mr. Potato Head, Mr. Potato Head said something about being a Picasso. I get it now. Look at him. He is a fabulous Picasso. All right, let's get ready to see what we can do with a Picasso. Today, you're going to get a piece of paper that has all sorts of parts on it that are Picasso, and then a blank piece of paper, a Sharpie, and one die. Each person is going to get this today, and the die matches the color of your table. So our purple team, you'll get the purple dice. I'm going to be purple team today. So the first time I roll the dice, oh, I got a 3. So I'm going to come here, and that's the shape of my head. Oh, goodness. I've got, let's see, kind of comes up, and it's got like a little point out. It doesn't have to be perfect because it's a Picasso. No worries. Let me roll it again so I can find my first eyeball. A 5. Oh boy. So, you know what? Picasso didn't even say we had to do our eyes up here. I think I want my eye down here. I'm going to make my eye. I'm going to do the best I can. And it's okay if it doesn't completely match. That's okay. It's good because it's a Picasso. Yay! All right, now it's time for my nose. A 6. Woo! Maybe he's sneezing there. I think I'm going to put my nose up here. Whoop! There's my nose. And now let's see what we're going to do for the mouth. A 5. I got 2 5s. So let's see. This mouth kind of reminds me of a heart. You know what? My Picasso looks fantastic, but I want to do more. I think I want another eye. Whoops. Got to keep it on the table. I got a 5. Oh, I did that eye. I want to try again. Ooh, I like this eye. How do you think we're doing? Oh, I like this eye. This looks fantastic to me. Now, I can keep right on going. Or when I'm satisfied with my Picasso, I can color it in. Don't forget to color your background. And if I finish this, maybe I'll do another one. A 2. Maybe I'll do a mini Picasso right here. Boy, I like that eye. Maybe I'll just do a mini one right here and have a double Picasso. It's okay if it doesn't look exactly right, because it's Picasso. Yes, I have two fabulous Picassos. I can't wait to hear about your Picassos. You're going to take them home today, and as always, don't forget to put your name on it. You can start with a pencil and go over it with your Sharpie, or you can just start drawing with your Sharpie. It's up to you. The Sharpies are already on the table, so are the pencils and erasers if you need them. The crayons are also ready to go on the tables for you. Remember, our shoulder partners are sharing, but for crayons, but everyone else has their own materials. If your Sharpie runs out, take it to the teacher, let them put it on the table, and they'll let you get a new one. It happens. Oh, I'm so excited to hear about your fascination and love with Picasso, just like I have for him, because it's fantastic. It's a Picasso. All right, I'll see you next week, sweeties. Bye-bye.